Alright folks, so here we are with the second duck. Same process as the first. I just want to get more flambe on film in case the first one didn't take. So once again, I have my garlic, I have my brandy, my clementine orange juice, clementine orange peels, and a little bit of regular olive oil, and then also some sesame oil. I'm braising this duck in that liquid on a high heat over the stove here. And I poured some extra brandy over the top. Hopefully, let's see if you can see this. I'm going to move this over just a little bit so you can see it. So here's the first duck. Hopefully you can catch that there's a nice browning on the outside there. So that's the whole point of this, and also to kind of seal. What that does is it seals in the moisture on the duck, because the worst thing in the world is dry duck, or any bird for that matter. You don't want it to be really dry when you cook it. All right. And I also wanted to show you the little method I devised to transfer the duck over to the pan there. So basically it's 2 spoons, one in the neck, one in the other side. Lift it up and put it in. It works pretty well actually. So once again we have this on high. And then also once again, once we're all said and done, we're going to be using that juice that we cooked everything in for our gravy. So we'll take that, we'll put it in a saucepan with the neck, the liver, and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that saucepan real quick. So here you go, we have just our normal everyday saucepan. And while we're waiting for that duck to flame up and get ready for the flambe, or to fire up and get ready for the flambe, we're going to pour all our innards, as I like to call them, the neck, the gizzard, and the liver into the saucepan there. And then once we're all said and done, we're going to take all the juices out of this pan, put it into the saucepan, top it off with a little dark beer, what's left of the cognac, and get that cooking up. And once again, that's going to be the gravy. We'll also add a little bit of brown sugar, because what that does is once we're all said and done, at the very end we're going to pour that over the duck, and it's going to help to put a little extra crispy crust on the duck skin, kind of crystallize the sugar in the brown sugar, take all the flavors from all those special parts. It's going to be just really, really tasty. Alright, so it looks like our duck has been doing it for about 3 to 5 minutes now in terms of cooking the duck. So I'm going to pour a little bit of extra brandy there. And we'll turn off our light because, you know, we all like a show. And there you go. Once again, we got the flambe just like before. Once again, it's very important to lift that duck up. Make sure that we get all that brandy up underneath there. Oh, there you go. And what I'm going to do once again, you got to be careful when you do this. I'm going to go ahead and pour a little bit more brandy on there to keep her going. And you can see there's a nice flame coming up. It's pretty darn warm right there. Alright. And I'm going to lift that up. There you go. A nice braise on that breast, which is going down on the pan right now. Alright. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to wait for that brandy to cook off. A little more flames back in there. And there you go. Little public service announcement. It's always good to have some kind of fire extinguisher around the kitchen, which unfortunately I don't, so I should have one, just in case that gets out of hand. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to turn the heat off. I'm going to grab this duck by, like I said, both ends, and now I got to flip it over once again because we want the breast to be up. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn the camera slightly and hopefully not drop it, so you can see the pan where we're putting the duck. We're going to lift that up. We're going to flip the duck. I say we're going to flip the duck. There you go. Come on, duck, keep flipping. There you go. Get my spoon out. And once again, you can see there's a nice browning on the outside. Got a little bit of that orange peel left. And then what we're going to do is we're going to transfer our saucepan over to the heat. Now I've turned the heat off, but I'll turn it back on in a little bit. Oh. And we're going to take all that goodness, we're going to pour it in there. Alright, we're going to make sure we get all the good stuff out of the pan there. We're going to take the rest of our orange peel, and we're going to throw that all in there. And we are going to take the rest of our orange juice, from the clementines. We're going to throw that in there. And we are going to take a little bit more of the brandy. Throw that in there. Just a little bit left over for later so we can partake of that as well. And now also add a little dark beer to this as it cooks down. And we'll keep that on low now. And we'll just take the lid. You want to make sure that you capture all the moisture. You don't want a lot of moisture coming off. And I'll also add some brown sugar to that once it starts to cook up. Alrighty. So we'll come back over here. Once again, forgive the low-tech camera work there. And we're going to take these 2 nice ducks. We're going to stick them in the oven at 350. And once again, we'll see you on the other side in about 1.5 to 2 hours when those are done.